Welcome everyone to the second of our Club Umpire education sessions. The aim of this session is to cover the topic of head-high contact and dangerous play. Before we begin, we acknowledge traditional owners of country across Australia on which we play our great game and pay our respects to them, their culture and elders, past and present. The spirit of the laws of Australian rules football. So the purpose of the laws of Australian rules football is to ensure that the match is played in a safe and fair manner. It is the spirit and intention of these laws that a free kick shall be awarded to ensure that the match is played in a fair manner and spirit of true sportsmanship. Where possible in a contact sport, protect players from sustaining injury. Provide a player who makes obtaining possession of the football their sole objective, every opportunity to obtain possession, and a player who executes a legal tackle which results in an opponent failing to dispose of the football in accordance with these laws. Head-high contact and dangerous play. As an umpire, we aren't responsible for the individual actions of players. We have the responsibility to implement the laws of Australian football, and as such, we play an important role in managing the game and or deterring or encouraging the actions of players. That brings our aim to, whilst managing the game, reduce the risk of concussion and serious injury. So how can we manage head-high contact and dangerous play? Through the use of existing resources within the laws of the game, we can manage head-high contact and dangerous play. These resources may include awarding free kicks, using 50-metre penalties, order send-off laws, and reporting players whose actions constitute a reportable offence. The direction of AFL North East Border to club umpires and all umpires within our umpiring department is, when using order send-off laws, through the use of a yellow or red card, is to report such players, as we, using those cards, are sending a player off, signalling that player has engaged in an action which constitutes a reportable offence. High contact. Within the laws of the game, making contact to an opposition player, including the top of the shoulders with any part of their body. Law 18.3.2c. So high contact is any form of contact to the body which is on or above the shoulder and to the head. And any form of contact initiated by an opponent, whether intentional or not, shall be penalised. This video example here shows a form of high contact to which is not intentional and is simply part of the motion of a tackle. But due to the contact being on or above the shoulders, the umpire here has penalised it. As you can see, the high contact here is simply part of the motion of the tackle. But due to the contact being above the shoulders and particularly to the head, the umpires maintain their vision post-kick for about 3 seconds, simply counting 1, 2, 3, and has been able to see that high contact from the motion of the tackle. Prohibited contact. So we call prohibited contact, there's a range of motions or actions which may trigger an umpire's decision to call prohibited contact. And in this example, we're going to look at bumping or making forcible contact to an opposition player. So in terms of that, this player is executing an illegal shepherd. you can see, the player here's sole objective was not to gain possession of the football. Instead, take an opposition player out of the contest. The umpire here has penalised that player for engaging in prohibited contact. Dangerous tackles. A tackle shall be considered dangerous if the tackle consists of a second action, regardless if the player has the ball or not. The tackle is inherently dangerous, for example, where a player is lifted off the ground. The tackle is applied with excessive force. For example, the player being tackled is slung, rotated, or driven into the ground with that force. The player being tackled is in a vulnerable position with little opportunity to protect themselves. For example, one or both arms are pinned.
A young lady before?
No, the young lady did throw it. This is a young gentleman on this occasion who's been outshone by the young lady. Now, now that'll be interesting here. That'll be, so I thought it was a sling tackle.
So did I.
Umpire Peachy.
The umpire in this situation has made a mistake. The umpire here has penalised the player for holding the ball. However, if the umpire had maintained their vision, counting 1, 2, 3, as done earlier in the footage, the umpire may have been able to pick up the dangerous tackle. The triggers for this dangerous tackle were the opposition player, was lifted from the ground, their head was slung, so their body was slung and their head made contact with the ground with excessive force, and they were rotated around.
Tigers leading Raiders 40-31. North Albury down to Lavington 7-15. Wang Magpies 12-10, so that's a close game at the start, and Wodonga Bulldogs 8-13.
Well, thanks to Yarrawonga News and Gifts back in the middle of the ground. We've got a free kick here going the way of the Wangaratta Magpies.
What was that one for there, Panda? I missed it.
Chris, I reckon that was for a bit of a sling, was it?
Yeah, I reckon maybe a bit high. Yeah, or a dangerous tackle. Hard to say.
In this example, the player was lifted from the ground, feet in the air, arms pinned, head in a dangerous and vulnerable position. The player had no opportunity to protect themselves. The player was then dumped and slung into the ground. The umpire here has paid a dangerous tackle. Rough conduct. Where a player's head strikes the ground as a result of a tackle, a free kick shall be awarded. Where a player is affected by a dangerous tackle, that is, unable to immediately take their kick, the offending player shall also be reported for engaging in rough conduct, as per previously seen in the video examples. Thanks for watching the second video clip on head-high contact and dangerous play. We hope this resource helps you as a club umpire to help us protect players from sustaining injury.